Hello, my name is Andy Reeser. I represent the Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana Regional Council of Governments, or OKI, and I've been authorized to conduct this public hearing for the fiscal years 2021 to 2024 Transportation Improvement Program, also referred to as the TIP. This public hearing was originally scheduled for April 6, 2020 in OKI's boardroom, but due to the governor's emergency order prohibiting public gatherings in response to COVID-19, we are conducting this public hearing online and posting these proceedings on OKI's website. At the end of this hearing, I will provide information on how to give comment. A copy of the draft tip is provided on OKI's website. OKI is designated as the Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, by the governors of Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana, acting through the Ohio Department of Transportation, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, and the Indiana Department of Transportation, in cooperation with locally elected officials for the counties of Butler, Claremont, Hamilton, and Warren in the state of Ohio, Boone, Campbell, and Kenton in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and Dearborn County in the state of Indiana. As the MPO, OKI is required under Titles 23 and 49 of the United States Code to conduct the continuing, cooperative, and comprehensive urban transportation planning process. One product is this TIP that considers all surface transportation modes and supports regional development goals. The TIP is a 4-year listing of surface transportation projects planned for the federal, state, and local funding within the OKI region. The TIP is a prerequisite for the use of federal funds and represents the short-range programming document to complement the OKI's Metropolitan Transportation Plan, also referred to as the Plan. Projects in the TIP are considered to have committed funding, with a specific amount of funds identified by fiscal year, funding type, and phase. The last major update to the TIP was in May 2019. However, this is the first TIP that includes new ODOT projects beyond fiscal year 21. This TIP will become part of the statewide TIPs. The TIP includes projects for improving highways, bus service, and facilities for bicycles and pedestrians. The TIP also identifies the funding necessary to maintain highways and transit service, as well as making travel by people and goods more efficient and safer with improved roadway designs and advanced technologies. In total, nearly $2.3 billion in federal, state, and local funds are identified in the OKI TIP. Of that $2.3 billion, about $1.2 billion are federal funds. When we look at the types of federally funded projects, about 38% of the funding is committed for roadway widening or relocation projects. 27% are for maintenance or reconstruction, and 10% of federal funds are for traffic operations and safety projects. The TIP includes $166 million of OKI suballocated federal funds. These are federal funds that are awarded by our OKI Policy Board through our project prioritization process. About 37% of OKI federal funds are committed to operations or safety projects, and 21% are dedicated to bicycle and pedestrian projects. The TIP includes 37 new projects utilizing OKI federal funds. It also includes 10 new ODOT and NDOT projects and 40 transit projects. Transit projects include items such as new bus purchases, facility renovations, preventative maintenance, and operating assistance. The TIP also includes 177 grouped projects. Grouped projects are generally smaller state DOT-sponsored preservation, maintenance, or safety projects that do not need to be individually listed in the TIP. However, whenever possible, grouped projects are listed in the appendix. The TIP meets the same requirements for the Metropolitan Transportation Plan in that it meets air quality and fiscal constraints. The TIP is a direct subset of the OKI plan The plan and TIP contain all projects which must be started in OKI's plan and TIP's timeframes in order to achieve the highway and transit system envisioned by the OKI plan. OKI has prepared a new regional emissions analysis to support this TIP and has demonstrated conformity with state improvement programs to attain and maintain federal air quality standards. Details on fiscal constraint and the air quality conformity process and results can be found in the TIP document. The development of the TIP meets all U.S. Department of Transportation requirements for content, process, and public involvement and is paid for with OKI federal planning funds. The purpose of this hearing is to get your input on the new TIP. Your comments should be submitted to OKI by close of business on April 8th, 2020 to Regina Fields at rfields@oki.org. Comments received after that date will not be considered part of the official hearing record. If you do not have access to email, you may alternatively leave a voicemail message for Regina Fields at 513-619-7664. If you are providing comment, please provide your name, address, and the name of the organization you represent, if any, so that this information may be entered into the record. Comments will be provided to the OKI Board of Directors for their consideration at their meeting on Thursday, April 9th, 2020. There is no legal difference between comments received in written form and those that may have been delivered verbally in person, nor is there any difference in the weight and consideration given to them. The hearing record will be forwarded along with the TIP to state and federal transportation funding agencies. This concludes the hearing. Thank you for your attention.